Welcome to a harsh reality broadcast on the 11th of October 2013. The title of this presentation is called Western Governments Are Becoming More Draconian. In the Mail Online there's a headline, dental hygienist who was shot dead after ramming her car into the White House with her baby in the back seat was suffering from postpartum depression. The lady was obviously unstable, and I can understand the authorities not being sure what to do in a situation like this. I would have thought though maybe the first option would be to try and disarm the car. Now I do appreciate a lot of people would say to me, well, split decisions have to be made. But I think what's happening, I honestly believe people are becoming more desperate and they are becoming frustrated, and some will actually start to suffer from mental depression. And I'm just wondering if a draconian government will continue to shoot first and ask questions later. Now, one of the reasons why I think the government is going to become more draconian is because of the awful debt that the US owe. At the moment it stands at $16.963 trillion. This was taken on the 11th of October at 17:35 hours Greenwich Mean Time. It's ticking away quite quickly, and from my calculations $17 trillion will be breached in early November. My understanding is they have until the 17th of October to sort out this problem. Now, to be honest, I think they will sort it out, but in the wrong way from my opinion. They're going to raise the debt ceiling. There's all this posturing, but I think it will be the status quo because that's what they've always done. They are deferring reality. Here we go. In the BBC News on the US and Canada, US Republicans and Obama in useful debt crisis talks. Well, how many times have we seen this? Every time a debt ceiling issue comes up, the 11th hour they will strike an agreement. There's a lot of posturing, but eventually they will strike an agreement. And guess what? The markets have reacted very, very favourably to this. The Dow standing at 15,213 points, up today at this stage at 0.58%. Gold has reacted in an inverse manner and it's dropped by 2.21%. Well, all I can say is gold is becoming a very, very good buying opportunity because in my opinion, when reality kicks in, gold will rise very, very sharply. I am surprised that gold is so low at the moment, but I'm not worried because I'm actually going to purchase some more gold. I'm in it for the long haul. When we have a comfortable lifestyle, we can afford to be nice to each other. Even governments will treat us better. When the chips are down, that's when we see the true nature of people and governments. The chips are now down and the paradigm shift is taking place. The government that we've been used to in the past will not be the government we will recognise in the future. They are going to introduce more and more measures to cause a draconian lifestyle for its citizens. The National Defence Authorisation Act that was signed in, watch this space. I think there'll be a lot of implementation on that act. I will stick to this saying, money cannot guarantee happiness, but poverty can guarantee misery. Now, I've had a few people that have posted that said poverty doesn't guarantee misery. Well, I beg to differ. I think if you're in grinding poverty day after day after day with no hope in sight, I think that makes you pretty miserable. I'm no romantic. I do believe abject poverty grinds you down. Those that are wise and understand the collapse is on the way will be preparing for the paradigm shift. Get used to the following: a more authoritative government with more draconian powers. The Capitol Hill incident is a foretaste of what is to come, because, as I said before, I'm sure more and more people will start to lose it, and I'm sure the government will be quite draconian in the way they deal with matters. Freedoms eroded as governments tried to maintain law and order during the economic depression. Yes, I've used the term economic depression. I don't believe for 1 minute we are in recovery. The mainstream media are telling us we're in recovery. I do not believe that for a minute. Watch this space. There's going to be less tolerance towards each other as matters get desperate. I am not a romantic. I do not see initially communities supporting each other. We've got to remember that we've had generations of people that have been spoilt, and let's be honest, they have. There's been entitlements if they hit hard times. I don't think governments are going to be as generous in the future. And when things get desperate, you see true personalities in people. People very soon will have to accept that their standard of living is going to fall sharply. Global competition is going to see to that. People very soon will have to realise that the government cannot provide the support they currently received. That, in my opinion, is all down to the unfunded liabilities that are going to cripple the US. People will have to break out of their normalcy bias. Stop worshipping poor celebrity role models and start to become critical thinkers. I think they'll be forced to become critical thinkers as their cosy lifestyle disappears. Once the paradigm shift has taken place, I am actually quite optimistic that people wake up and challenge the governments to restore their freedoms. It's going to take a while, but I think eventually the balance of power will change. There's a famous quote from Gerald Salenti: when people lose everything and there is nothing left to lose, they lose it. And that, in my opinion, will happen one day. And that's when the elite will have to become scared of the masses. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. I'll get my usual animated cartoons up and running next week. Thank you.